Creating composition notebooks has never been easier. Now I just created these just here, all inside ChatGPT, and with a new GPT which I just found, and it's called Design Pattern. Now what we're going to do in today's video is take a look at this, and I'm going to show you how I created the patterns for those composition notebooks. Now, quick side note, Paddy's Brain. This is my daily email newsletter, and if you want to check this out, there will be a link down in the description below. So, to find this new plugin, you do need a paid ChatGPT account. Now, if you have one of them, all you have to do is come over to the GPT store. So we're going to click on Explore GPTs. We're then going to type in Design Pattern, and it's going to be this one just here. And then all you have to do is click on it. It's going to open in a new tab, and then you can start creating patterns. Now I already have this one just here where I created all of those patterns for those composition notebooks, and we're going to take a look. So with any new GPT that I start using, I always ask it the same question, and that is, what do you do? So I got the answer, hello, I'm Design Pattern, a specialized GPT model created to generate high fidelity image patterns for textile printing. My primary function is to create unique and vibrant collections of prints, transforming concepts and ideas into eye-catching images suitable for clothing patterns. These designs are modern, cool, and often incorporate a repeating pattern motif, with a focus on the use of primary colours in a hand-painted watercolour style. So then I asked it, can you create repeating patterns? And it says absolutely. Creating repeating patterns is one of my specialities. These patterns can be used for various textile applications, such as fashion garments, home decor fabrics, and more. To get started, could you please provide more details about the style, theme, or elements you'd like to see in this pattern? So I then asked it, let's brainstorm some ideas. What are some popular niches that would work well as patterns? Now I can't stress this part enough, that this is just me playing around with this GPT. If you're going to create any patterns for composition notebooks, mugs, leggings, anything like that, then you do need to do your research first to make sure that's what people are actually searching for. Don't just go off the fly creating patterns with no niche in mind. Now with that being said, let's take a look. So it said certainly. There are numerous popular niches and themes that can be transformed into engaging, repeating patterns for textiles. Here are some ideas. So we got nature and floral, geometric shapes, animal prints, cultural and ethnic motifs, nautical and marine, space and celestial, retro and vintage, abstract and artistic, seasonal themes, festive and holiday, food and cultural, or food and culinary, children and fantasy. So I then said, let's go with nature and floral. Let's come up with 10 hot niches for women. And we got tropical paradise, elegant roses, wildflower meadows, cherry blossoms, botanical gardens, succulents and cacti, lavender fields, orchid elegance, sunflower joy, and autumn leaves. Now what I then asked it was, let's use the list above, but let's put a unique spin on each flower. So we got tropical paradise with geometric accents, elegant roses with watercolour washes, wildflower meadows with whimsical creatures, cherry blossoms and abstract backgrounds, botanical gardens and vintage script, succulents and cacti in mosaic style, lavender fields and night sky. This has actually turned out to be my favourite one out of all of these. Then orchid elegance and metallic highlights, sunflower joy with patchwork elements. I thought that that one was going to turn out a lot better than what it did. And then autumn leaves and calligraphy. So I want these images to be one by one. Now let's create number 1. So this is the first one which it created. I actually really like this. Now if you ever want to download the images that you create, all you have to do is hover over the image and then you can click this little download icon just here. Now if we click on there, we can also download over here in the right hand corner, and if we click on the eye, it's going to show us prompt that it created. Now let's come back off here. I really liked this one. Then I really liked this one as well. To be fair, I quite liked all of them. Now this one didn't actually come out as good, as we can see just here with this little ladybug. That doesn't look quite right, but nonetheless still a really nice pattern. Now none of these here are actually repeating because I didn't ask for that, but if I did want repeating patterns, then I'd just specify that when we create. So I put let's create number 3, and then I could put make this a repeating pattern, and it will make it a repeating pattern. But nonetheless, that one looks good. I really like this one as well. Very, very elegant. And if we scroll down to here, we can see this one, which also looks good. This one as well, which is actually one of my favourites. This has actually turned out extremely well as a composition notebook. So if we come over to here, I think it's this one just here, this looks really, really good. Then if we scroll down, this is by far my favourite out of all of these images, and this looks really nice on the composition notebook as well. Now I'm not going to show you how I actually put these composition notebooks together in this video, because by the end of the week I will have a video coming out step by step showing you the complete process on creating composition notebooks. Now if you want to see that video, then drop a comment down below and put notebook. Now let's come back over to here because there's only a couple left, and that's this one, which again also looks really good, and then this one as well. I was hoping this was going to work better. This is sunflower and patchwork. This doesn't quite look good enough to me, but that's just my opinion. Now if we come off that, I think this is the last one just here. So as you can see, this GPT can create really nice patterns. Now if you've noticed, I've used one by one on all of these images. Now why is that? Well, I have found when using ChatGPT and any type of GPT here on ChatGPT, that when you try and do other size images, they don't quite turn out as good. By using one by one, you're going to get much better results. Now let's scroll, where is it? Down to here, because I absolutely love this. Now if we come over to Canva just here, we can see what this looks like. Now if we open this folder, these have all been upscaled as well. I like to use big JPEG, but there's so many great upscalers out there now. But if we take this off the page for a second, we can see, because it's a one by one, it doesn't fit on the cover. Now, when you upscale them, this means you can enlarge them. So if we move that to there, and then just drag down on that, like so, we can see that we're not going to lose any of the quality because we actually upscaled these. So if you are going to use any type of text to image software, then always make sure to upscale your images just for better quality. But nonetheless, let's have a quick look through these because all of these are pretty good. A couple of them aren't as good, but nonetheless, I do actually like all of these. So this is the first one. I really like this style. This is like a stained glass cactus feel to it. Then this is my favourite out of all of them. This would work extremely well and looks really good as a composition notebook cover. Then there's this one as well, another one that looks really nice. Another one, not too sure on this one. This isn't my cup of tea because I'm not too sure on the colours. I don't quite like it. It kind of looks more vintage. But then there's this one as well, which I really like. Then this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. So as you can see, you can create really nice composition notebook covers using this GPT called Design Patterns. So if you have a paid ChatGPT account, come through, try it out and see what you think. And watch out for a video by the end of the week, because I am going to be creating a video all about creating composition notebooks, and it's going to be step by step. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then don't forget to give me a like, as it does help out the channel. And if you're not too sure what to watch next, click right here and watch this playlist.